and go ahead and kick this off. So excited to be on here with you guys tonight. So I'm going to do a coach wave because it is fun. You guys do it. Is it not fun? It really is. I smile every time. As ridiculous as it is, it's so much fun. So excited to see everybody and so excited for tonight's call. And we've got a good one lined up for you. So stay with us. And if you've got any teammates that haven't made it on here yet, feel free to invite them on, send them the information. And thank you so much for joining us. So first of all, I want to kick off by, welcoming everybody and giving a huge shout out to Colorado. I know it was a variety of areas, but we just got back from an absolutely phenomenal event. I think, in my opinion, is one of the smoothest. I mean, those ladies and gentlemen out there absolutely had everything lined up, went really well. If you guys were there live, I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we're going to bring some of the highlights from the event to this call tonight. If you weren't there, hopefully you were on Zoom because it really was powerful. And we're going to have a variety of these. So just know, look at your calendar, kind of look at the different flyers that are out there. I know Anthony put a flyer out not too long ago that showed the different events in the different areas that are coming. And know this, if there's not one near you, guess what? Raise your hand and you can put one together in your area, because that's how we grow it. We used to do them out in California, Colorado. They raised their hand, said they want one. I believe that in about 2 weeks, maybe there's an event coming up in Jackson, Tennessee. So if you're anywhere out there, after that, we're going to be in Arkansas for anybody in that part of the country. So if you can drive there and you want to come, join us, because these events are where businesses are built. And if you want one in your neck of the woods, well, just let us know and we can definitely work together to get something going. So good job with that. And next we're going to do some recognition. And I have an absolute love-hate relationship with recognition. And I'm guessing Waunitta does too, because she's my partner in crime with this. And I love it because I love to acknowledge all the success that everybody's having. And it's so much fun when you see familiar names and you know that there's people out there that are working really hard to achieve these ranks. And then it's terrifying because I butcher their names. So I'm just going to start off with an apology. I love you, and you can call me after and teach me how to say your name, but I'm going to say it with enthusiasm and love. So first of all, let me go ahead and share my screen. See if we can do this here. And Ashley, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, I can't see you. So Vince, you're going to have to be my go person. Let me know if you can see team lead up there. Give me a thumbs up if you see it. All right, good. Thank you. Wanda, I got you too. Perfect. All right, so we're going to start with team lead, and congratulations to everybody that achieved this rank. And in my opinion, this is the most important one because you got started and you achieved something right away. And this is how we can keep you here, right? So congratulations to all of these team leads, and just bear with me. I'm going to do my best. So first of all, congratulations to Teresa Schreiber, DeJorian Moore, Jennifer Vallon, Lori Scher, Marie Steinbrecher, Mildred Valkev, Amanda Prasick, Christopher Gifford, Eddie McCall, Tammy Stone, Tara Trevi, Marie Kondruik, Margaret Gabat, Kari Rake, Angela Kesa, Kelly Carlisle, Beth Morgan, Heather Jenkins, Teresa Lehman, Shelley Novotny, Norma Garcia, Sandra Nerndorf, Chanel Nichols, Sean McGill, Nancy Torres, Jean Martin, Angela Forrester, Beth Elliott Shook, and Anita Hildreth. So those are from the United States. And then congratulations. And from Canada, Waunitta, can I?
Yeah, I'm here, but I don't see the slide.
Oh, well, that's because there's so many, guys, this is exciting. There's so many that they didn't fit on one slide. Okay. So can you see it now?
Yeah, I see it now. Thank you so much. So yeah, from Canada, huge shout out to Lawrence Gagné from Quebec, Kathy Jazelki from BC, Nadia Curion from Quebec, Galen Gagné from Quebec, Denis Gelbo from Quebec, Jameson Cameron Gallier from BC.
So congratulations to all of those team leads. So next we're going to move on to the senior team leads. So congratulations everyone that has reached senior team lead. We have Melissa Hollingsheed, Rachel Nikula, Tanya Moore, Lucy Curran, Deborah Monroe, Rachel Beasley, Carla McCarty, Leah Carey, Carolina Gonzalez, Laura Joy, Jordan Volts, Dwayne Williams, Christopher Fredrigill, Autumn Sharp, Laura McGuire, John Cairns, and Fabiola Ramirez from the United States.
And from Canada, we have Janae Mayer from BC, Nancy Corbet from Quebec, Natalie Portier from Quebec, and Melanie Gilbert from Quebec, and Fernando Lecrosse from Quebec.
Congratulations, team leads. Congratulations. So next we're going to move on to supervisor. So congratulations to our supervisors from the United States. We have Allison Rawlinson, Kim Aaron, Gil Bednarek, Jennifer Moore, Gina Canadian, Steve Faulkner, Tommy Summers, Mark Hood, Kirsten Tay, Denise Turner, Jeanette Todd, Stephen Davis, Myra Archer, and Brian Murray.
And from Canada, we have Lindsay L. Roberts from BC, Shalane Ho from BC, Pamela Meltis from Quebec, and Angela Chavez Pardon from Ontario, and Emile Bouillou from Quebec.
Congratulations, supervisors. So next we have our senior supervisors. So congratulations to all of you. From the United States, we have Elizabeth Clark, Nicole Saunders, Erica Bernal, Rex Matthews, Rhonda Etherton, Brianna Hulin, Briamps Sanchez, Carolyn Brennan, Joseph Ruggiero, Nathan Combs, Trenton Bro, and Cecil Denton from the United States.
And from Canada, we have Tamara Cobin from BC and Julie Plaquette from Quebec.
Congratulations, senior supervisors. And now we're moving on to managers. So we're getting up there, folks. So congratulations to Yi Wang, Tammy Griffith, Gavin Webster, Susan Walker, Kenalia Haley, Tam Clark, Joseph Naselli, and Leslie Pruitt from Florida. So congratulations, managers. And next, moving on to some senior managers here. All right, we have Justin Chapman, congratulations, Kylie Carter, and Jerry Wyndham. So congratulations to our new senior managers. And next, oh goodness, we've got some new directors. So huge shout out to Kalani Sowani, Carrie and Mike Bonenkamp, Joanne Shimmick, and Sheila Kirkpatrick. So congratulations to our new directors. And next, we have some senior directors. Waunitta, you want to do the senior directors, Waunitta? No, she said no, guys. Don't blame you. So congratulations to the senior directors. We have Julie Birkin. You're great, you're great. Julie Birkin, congratulations. Robbie Alberto, Denzel Fernandez, congratulations to our brand new senior directors. And next we have some brand new vice presidents. We have congratulations to Hope Gumagay and Danessa Alford. Congratulations, vice presidents. And then we're moving on to some senior vice presidents. We're getting close. Wow, this is a familiar name. So she went from vice president. Do you see this, guys? Vice president. She also hit, or maybe, and senior vice president. I think I did those backwards, or maybe I have it twice, but we're going to do it twice. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Bear with me, folks. Here we go. Rosemarie, congratulations to our senior vice presidents, Rosemarie O'Connor and Julie Wilson. Y'all thought I was nuts, but I was looking at the wrong thing. So congratulations. And then we have some brand new officers. So this is a big deal, guys. All of them are, but congratulations, because this is quite an achievement. So we have a huge shout out to Judy Kerr, Bienvenido Perez, Atlas Fitness, and Verna Bruner from Texas. So congratulations to everybody for leveling up, moving on up with their rank advancements. That is phenomenal, quite an accomplishment. And you guys deserve all the accolades that we can give. And thank you so much, Waunitta. You're the best partner in crime. So grateful for you. So now we're gonna move over the direction of this Zoom. And I have two other ladies joining me tonight. So first, we're gonna kick it off with Michelle Blanchard. So Michelle is a phenomenal woman. I had the opportunity to meet her, gosh, it's been a minute now. It's been a little while. And from the minute I met her, you could just see she's, one of those people that she had a big drive, right? She had a lot of want to, and she's accomplished a lot in her short amount of time here. So that was kind of her topic. So just so you guys know, we've brought a couple of people on here that presented at the event in Colorado. Everybody did a phenomenal job. And what I love about the two that we're highlighting tonight is that they're really focusing on exactly what we need to be successful. So Michelle's going to kick it off with talking about our why. And I'm not going to take any of her thunder, but she's going to kick it off with that. And that's kind of the first step when we get started. It's like, well, why do I want to pick up the phone? Why do I want to do the hard things? And so she's going to kick us off with that. And Michelle, you should be able to unmute yourself.
I think I can.
And you're highlighting everything. Beautiful. All right.
All right. Hello, my name is Michelle Blanchard. I love Jesus and I love people. I love my husband. I am a wife to a wonderful man who loves his family more than anything in the world. I am a mom to two beautiful children. I am a daughter, a sister, and a friend. I'm a dreamer, a creative, and an entrepreneur. And for the last 10 years, I have owned and operated my own portrait studio out of my home. And I work with families to create legacy pieces that they can pass down for generations. I do that while being a stay-at-home mom and being a wife. We have a really good life, but it's busy, it's crazy, and love what I do. Encouraging other people, building them up and helping them to see the best that they have within them, helping them to realize their potential and to see things that they don't see in themselves, because we're really hard on ourselves as people and as a culture. And so my heart and my drive is to help people see that, to really realize that there's more within them than what they give credit to. And, about a year and a half ago, I found myself in a really difficult place. We had gone through a very hard season, a year of very great loss. And I realized that while I was doing all those things for my clients and building other people up, that I had really lost that for myself. I was no longer believing that I had that inner strength and beauty that I was trying to help others to see. And so I saw a friend post something about a weight loss challenge that she was doing, and I reached out and I listened, and I realized that even though I was stubborn and a little skeptical, I needed what she had. And so I got started. And what I discovered in that is that, I started feeling better and the weight started coming off. But what I really, really needed was a community of people. And I found a group that they had the same heart and desire and passion for pouring into people that I did. And they started pouring into me. And what I found in that is that all of a sudden, I was seeing myself change physically, spiritually, emotionally, and I needed this group of people. And, then it occurred to me that what I was doing in my regular business and what New Age had to offer were not all that different, because they both allow me to help other people to live better, to see themselves in a better light, to be able to create something they can pass down to other, to future generations. And so I was all in. I had a purpose and a drive, and I wanted it, and I wanted to impact lives. And then something else happened. May 28th of 2020, with a prayer and a be safe, like we always do, we kissed Daddy goodbye and sent him to work. And that night, I watched in disbelief as the anti-police riots broke out across our nation. And I watched live video footage from a news chopper that night as I was working on a big goal. It was our 20K qualification for Limu. And I'm working on that on one side of my screen with my team. And on the other side of my screen, I'm watching the news footage. And I see a line of police officers come out into an intersection, and they've got their protective gear on, their helmets and their shields. And I watched that intersection just explode with smoke and explosions and rocks and bricks and frozen water bottles being thrown at the officers. And my husband was on that line. My husband is a police officer, and he was on that line that night. And, I could have used that, I could have looked at that, and most people would have said, that's a good reason to stop. That's a good reason to quit doing what you're doing over here. But I looked at that and I said, you know what? My why just got a whole lot bigger. My why just got multiplied about tenfold, because now I'm impacting other people's lives, but my goal is to get my husband free. And I have a reason that it goes deep. And so what I talked about this weekend at the conference at our regional event was, how do you identify your why? And, it's something that is like, when we talk about what is it? A why is something that it's the cause or reason that moves you to do something. It needs to be compelling to keep you going forward. And so when we talk about a why, as far as our business is concerned, that's what I really want to get into in this discussion is, it can be multifaceted, right? There's different layers and levels to it. Like I described it like an onion. You have kind of your inner core of it, and then you have the outer layers that are one on top of the other. And sometimes what we start with, what that initial layer is we might come to this selfishly. We might have a reason. Like for me, I just needed to feel better and lose some weight. And that was my why in the beginning. And then that started happening. And then I started realizing that I could help other people. And so there was another layer to my why. And then my husband and that situation for our family came. And I'm starting to see, all of these different aspects, these different pieces of the why coming together. And, we have fleeting whys, or things that are, temporary. They're compelling. They make you move and do something. Like the deer ran in front of the car, so I slammed on the brakes. Well, once that reason is gone, then it's no longer a driving force. But when we talk about a why that moves us forward in what we're pursuing, something that matters, something that means something to us, it has to be bigger than just a fleeting, yeah, we want more money, or, I need to lose some weight. It has to be something that's going to grab your heart. Like I gave the example, I want to lose some weight. I want to drop a few sizes. Why? Well, because I want to wear shorts or a swimsuit to play with my kids this summer. Okay, well, why don't you wear them now? Well, because I feel self-conscious about my, the way that I look, and I know that my weight is keeping me from participating with my kids to the extent that I want. Okay, and why is that a problem for you? Well, I want to be able to enjoy life with my family without my health and my weight interfering with what we're doing. That's a whole lot bigger. Like that goes a whole lot farther than just, I want to lose some weight to fit in some shorts. There's a big difference in the shorts and my kids, and being able to have the freedom to do what we want with them so that my weight is not holding me back. And, you know, as we look to identify our why, I suggest that you follow that progression of questions. You know, start with what it is that you think your why is. That thing that's like, yeah, you know, we need some extra income because we've got an extra bill. Well, why do you want to pay that? Well, because it's causing stress and pressure on our family. You know, and ask the why and get to the question behind the question, because there's always more to it. And when you break it down and you get down further and you get down deeper and you peel off those layers to get to what it really is, like deep down at the core of it, that's when you will find that why that will drive you, because you're going to hit resistance, especially when you start working on something that is meaningful, that's going to have an impact. You will hit resistance. And that's how you know you're on the right path. And so your why must be big enough to help you fight through the resistance that you are going to encounter. And maybe there's times where one layer of the why is not enough, or, you know, you're reaching this why, but dig deeper. And if the resistance knocks you off of that one, have more layers so that you can dig into it, so that you don't get easily distracted, and so that you're able to continue to press on, because what we're doing here is bigger than just us, and it's going to impact lives. And when you can tap in, reach down deep inside and find that why that resonates deep in your heart, then you're going to be able to drive and move forward.
Well, Michelle, that was amazing. So thank you. And thank you to your dear husband for not only opening up his home this weekend, but for protecting us all and putting, you know, serving our nation. So thank you guys so much for that. And thank you for sharing tonight. And I think that's so powerful, right? So, you know, we're going to talk at the end with a couple of assignments for the week. And one of them is going to be peeling back our onion, right? So coming up with our why. But kind of changing our focus a little bit. So let's say that I have my why, and I really know that I want to do something with this business. Like I want to create something, I want to have something to leave my family, I want to be able to provide, you know, whatever it may be, right? But if I don't have a process or a daily action plan, it's just a dream, right? I'm not putting anything into action. And so that's why I have Miss Ashley Paulsen on here tonight, because she shared, and I'm not going to show all my notes, but I have like pages. And I told her, I said, I'm having you on here tonight so I can take more notes. So she put out a lot of information. If you guys don't know, and if you don't know, you're like not plugged in. So if you're on here, you know this, but Ashley has been absolutely exploding her business. She has been just creating, well, she's changing a lot of lives and she's creating a legacy. So she can help us do the same if we choose to be coachable and listen. So Ashley, if you wouldn't mind jumping on here and sharing what you shared with us on Saturday so that we can all learn and get just even a portion of the success you're having, that would be phenomenal.
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
I hear you great.
Oh my goodness. What an amazing weekend. If I look tired, I am, but the fire in my stomach is like probably not going to allow me to sleep until our next event. If you got a chance to tune into Denver or sit in those seats, I had talked to someone on my team today, and I just wanted to share this because it is very, very powerful, right? We have these regional events all over the United States. We have the corporate event coming up in October, but events are so, so powerful, right? Just the stuff that we get from events is so powerful. But the lady that I was talking to today, she was signed up to go to Destin. And I just want to share this real quick before I go into what I'm going to share. She was going to go to Destin, and that big storm that came through canceled her flights. She was really, really bummed. And so she watched the Zoom when we were in Destin. She got a chance to come down to Denver because it's close to her in this region. And I talked to her today on the way home, and she said, being in person is so different than watching on Zoom. And it's so true. It's like you get the information, you get, you know, the same thing as the people in the room, but you don't at the same time. Like being there and connecting with people and hugging people and just feeling the energy in the room is so, so different. And so I give a huge kudos to everyone who attended that event in person and also everyone who attended the Zoom, right? I know a lot of times there's different things that hold us back and you can't travel and that type of stuff. And so huge kudos to people who, oh, now I'm big. Huge kudos to everyone who attended on the Zoom link too, because I know obviously traveling isn't always something that we can do either with everything going on, but huge kudos to that. And if you have an event around you or you can make one of the regional events that we have coming up, I highly encourage you to do it. It just lights that fire up even more. And so that lady I talked to is actually enrolling someone today. So it really just puts you into action. It puts you into movement. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick with you. And Miss Andrea, can you see this?
Looks, well, yes, looks great.
Okay, you can see it now? Okay, perfect. And so rolling into from what Michelle had talked about, and so having your why, right? She talked about the different layers within your why. So if you think of an onion, and she talked about finding that deepest layer in the onion, right? Finding your why that drives you every single day. But it also has to be linked with action. And so really when you combine the two, you start finding your lane, you start helping more people, you start feeling more comfortable sharing it with the opportunity with others, you feel more comfortable accepting a no, right? But if you don't take any action, you're simply not going to get any results. And so really when I had left Destin back in November of 2020, I started my daily operation plan. I've been in this industry for 6 years. I've been successful. I've signed lots of brand partners. I've signed lots of customers. Have I always been consistent though? So I'm asking you tonight, have you always been consistent, right? Life happens, I know that, but when you are consistent with something, you're gonna have results. And the more results you have, the more passionate and fired up you're gonna be. And so I'm just gonna go over a few quick slides that I had shared this weekend because it is very, very important, right? Action plus consistency plus results plus success, you're going into momentum. And I shared this weekend, if you don't feel like this company or where we're going is in momentum right now, you are crazy. And really pairing all of these up leads you into momentum. They help you, they help your team. But really it just takes that daily operational plan to get the ball rolling. And so having consistent action equals consistent results, right? And so these are just a few things that I do every single day. Have I always been perfect at this? Absolutely not. But I can't become better if I'm not doing something, right? And so every single day, it's important to go and create a social media post every single day. I was guilty at a point in time only sharing quotes on my Facebook. I would only share a quote, which was still powerful because that was a quote that was on my heart that day. I felt like I was giving value. I wanted someone to get value from that, or maybe they were having that same type of day, and so that's how it connected with them. But after taking Eric Worre, I wanted to diversify myself, and so now I do like engagement questions. I do a quote, I do a Facebook Live, I do different stuff throughout the week, but it's engaging yourself with others. A lot of you know that I lost 42 pounds last year. People are watching you, period. They're watching you every single day. I have had so many people in my inbox or text me, what have you done to lose 40 pounds? What are you doing? Like they're watching you. And so make yourself visible, right? So making a commitment to share yourself every single day, whether it's just a quote, any type of thing, but being consistent with it. Sharing on your social media stories. And so the stories up at the top, that's a day in the life of Ashley, right? I post a lot of stuff in there. I'll do my daily morning walk. I'll do a picture of my dog in the pool. I will do like what we're having for dinner that night, right? That's like in the life of Ashley that day. And so I use just my one social media post on Instagram and Facebook, and then I do my day in the life of Ashley on my Facebook stories. Business Suite is an app you can download. I felt like I was spending a lot of time posting a Facebook story and then going and posting an Instagram story. And so Business Suite actually connects them and you can post at the same time. So it'll say share to story and it'll have the little Facebook icon and it'll have the little Instagram icon on there. So it's like a double whammy, right? And so that's an awesome app to have. If you do not have that and you are trying to get a little bit better about posting on your stories, or you were in the same predicament I was, posting one and then having to go post the same thing on the other one, that's a very, very good tool to have. Interacting and commenting instead of scrolling, right? What did Fraser Brooks say? Like scrolling, like don't just sit there and toilet scroll. What did he say? Bathroom scroll? I don't know. Like make yourself interactive on Facebook because it's going to start boosting you up. I shared this too. Why would someone comment and love on my post when I don't do the same in return? Right? So make yourself an active user on social media. Starting and continuing conversations is a really, really big one that I have been working very hard at because I've been guilty, right? The text message, I get sidetracked and I don't write back. And then all of a sudden a week later, I was like, ooh, I forgot to, share a product PDF or share something with that individual, with that prospect. But starting and continuing conversations. And so I'm going to go over in the next few slides kind of how I do that. Follow ups, right? The fortune is in the follow ups. And so that S is on there and like this for a reason, because if you don't have multiple of them, you are not having a daily consistent action plan, right? You have lots of people in the funnel. So you have a lot of people to follow up with. Just because I follow up with someone doesn't mean they sign up that day and purchase something from me. But they might tomorrow or they might the next day, but continuing having those conversations and following up with your potential prospects. Treating it like a business. This is also something that hit hard that I've been really focusing on since November is really truly treating it like a business. And so when I have a customer or a brand partner who enrolls with me, I go in my back office, I find their ID number, and I pay attention to when their products are going to ship out. Hey, Andrea, I see your product pack shipped out. It'll be there on Friday. That way they know, right? It's no different than Amazon. We get a Amazon shipped your package, right? I have a lot of those notifications, but right? Treat it like a business. Interact with those people. Hey, your products are going to be there on Friday. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions on the drops or the products or treating it truly like a business, not just someone who enrolled with you. And then focus on and take responsibility for the process, not the potential results. I think a lot of times that's what holds us back in life is because we're like, what if I look stupid sharing that post? What if this person says no, right? You're tying yourself to the results and not the process. And when you tie yourself to the process, the results will come. And so really just trying to focus more on the process, your daily action, what you're doing every single day to better your business, to help your team, right? And so always keep in mind what your daily process is. And then real quick, this has been very, very powerful for me. I take a daily power hour. And so what I do is the first 15 minutes before I go do a post on social media, I comment and like on other people's posts in Facebook and on Instagram because it's making me an active user. And so I'm going to go and take 15 minutes before I go and do my social media post. I'm going to like some stuff, comment on some different posts. That way it's showing me as active because then it's going to, when I go do a post, it's going to boost that algorithm, right? I am not a social media queen, but I'm like, I want to be in the algorithms because that means people are seeing my stuff. But really just engaging yourself before you go and do a post yourself. It takes 15 minutes. If you have 10 minutes, 10 minutes is better than 0 minutes. And then I take 15 minutes and I find add message. And so with this, I'm taking and adding people either to our Facebook groups, which is Transformation Health Styles and Transformation Lifestyles. We also have the skincare page. Or I'm going on my friend requests. I have been so guilty in the past of like, I don't want that person to be Facebook friends with me. Like, right. But it's like the more eyeballs that are seeing your stuff, the more prospects and the leads that are going to come to you. If you're being active, if you're engaging, right? If you're posting. And so a lot of times also with friend requests, as soon as I accept their friend request, I will send them a private message and just say, thank you for adding me as a friend. Glad we're able to connect. Open up that conversation, right? A lot of times, like if you just add someone and you don't even really know who they are, then it's like, I don't even know who this person is. Where do they even live? Like it just opens up that conversation. And so if they're like, oh, thanks for accepting my friend request. I know you from my friend Michelle, right? And so it kind of just opens that up and kind of just starts that side conversation. And then I take the last 30 minutes and I start new conversations, or I do my following up conversations from, the day prior, or the continuing conversations that I had talked about. So this is a daily power hour. And if you, right, life happens, we have kids, we have sports, we have work, we have dinner, we have baths, right? Like I understand life is busy. And so daily power hour is so important. If you're getting ready to do your post, do those 15 minutes and then do your post. Then maybe at lunch, go and do your 15 minutes of find out message. And then maybe after work or after dinner, before kids, after kids go to bed, then start doing that 30 minutes with the conversations and follow up. But it's really, really powerful if you really are intentional with your time. And so there are days, right, that we might not have that power hour, even if you have to break it up. And so 15-minute power time, same thing. I'll take 15 minutes every single day to start or continue those conversations. And then also on Saturday morning, I have a team training. After the Chris Doyle, I do a team training just for our team. And the last 15 minutes of that 30-minute training, we work, right? We call it a 15-minute power invite. And so if 15 minutes is all you have that day, then that's all you have. But do you have 15 minutes that you're taking out of every single day? Do you have power hour every single day if you have that opportunity? Or are we just sitting there scrolling, right? And so really just being intentional with your time, but find something that works for you, right? Find something that you can do, that you can weave into your schedule, but find something. And the last thing I have is, if you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it, right? How many times have we enrolled someone and we're like, got a new brand partner, right? I was persistent. I followed up with them. And then like, there's just kind of a pause, or maybe a month or 2 or 3 or 4 that go by. And it's like, I haven't really enrolled anyone. I haven't really been working an action plan, right? And so if you keep doing these consistent things day after day, you will keep it, because you'll start finding your lane. And when you find your lane and you find what works for you, you find what works for your schedule, you will literally be unstoppable. And that's how I feel right now. Every single day, that deepest layer in your onion has to drive you. Why are you doing this business? Is it to help people? Is it to better your finances? Is it to help people change their finances? Is it to find people, have them build a legacy for their families, right? Find that purpose. You have a pulse, you have a purpose, but you have to mix it with action, because if you don't take action, you will not get results. And so that's really what I shared this weekend. It's just such an exciting time. And like I said, like I literally am exhausted, but I'm just like, let's go. Like I'm ready. So look at your week this week. Carve out some pockets of time. Put it in your schedule. Even if you have to put a reminder in your phone, 15-minute power invite, 15-minute follow-up conversations, right? I'm like, my phone is like my lifeline, because it's like so much different stuff that we have going on all the time. These prospect Zooms that we have all the time, right? These trainings that we have all the time. Put reminders in your phone. Treat it like a business. Put yourself into action, because the more you do that, the more people you're going to help and the more people you're going to bless. And at the end of the day, it all comes right back to you. You receive that, right? And so it's such an honor to be on here. And thank you guys so much. I'm excited. That's it.
Well, that was phenomenal, Ashley. Thank you Seriously,
Thank you.
I'm like climbing into my computer right now. So much gratitude. I mean, everybody, like, put it in the comments how amazing that was, because we just got, truly, in my opinion, we got pretty much everything we need to grow a business. We know we got to tap into our heart and figure out what drives us, right? And thank you for that, Michelle. And now we have an action plan to put it into action to go create something. So love that so much. Thank you so much, Ashley. So guys, we're almost done. I just want to give a little assignment, right? A little assignment. So first of all, as we already said, go peel back your onion, right? What drives you? Why are you here? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What's going to get you? I think this is a good one. What's going to get you to pick up that phone for the next call after the bad call, right? Like, what's going to keep having you move forward? And peel back that onion, like Michelle said, write it down. And then if you're feeling really brave, which I hope you are, go on to New Age Nation and put it in there. Make it a video, type it up. I don't care, whatever you want, but share it with us, right? Share with us what your why is, and we're going to go encourage you. And then the second call to action is, if you didn't take screenshots, maybe Ashley will share a couple of those slides. You know, the 15, 15, 30 would be phenomenal if you don't mind. I think Ronnie might have asked for the slide before that. So if you wanted to share those, that'd be great. But go look at your day and figure out where you can put your power hour, whether you want to do it all in the morning or all at night, or if you want to break it up, but commit to that and do that every day this week. Let's just go do it. Let's commit. I commit. I'm going to do that every single day this week. I hope you guys will too. And then let's talk next week and see how that went for you, right? What did that create? And I think for all of us, that's going to create momentum in our organizations. But I think the biggest thing, the quickest thing, is it's going to create that confidence to know I can carve out that time. I can do that. I can take the action that I need to move my business forward. So thank you so much, Ashley. Michelle, I see your finger. So tell me.
I have one more thing. I heard you say, pick up that phone and be, you're afraid of it, or, something is stopping you and interfering. And I just want to encourage you with this. I had this big aha, specifically related to what my husband does for work. And you can use this too. It maybe isn't your spouse, but maybe this will be something you can grab onto and remind yourself when you feel like that phone is 500 pounds or it's going to bite your hand off or whatever. My husband goes to work every night, not knowing if he's going to come home in the morning. He goes to work every night and faces people who have no problem whatsoever assaulting him, shooting at him, trying to stab him. And that's rough. Like, that is a hard thing to look at, like 40 hours a week or more. And usually it's more. That's what he gets to go to work to. So most of us are not going into that. And so I would just encourage you, think about him and the other first responders who that's what, like, they have a legit fear every time they step into their line of work that something could legitimately hurt them and cause harm. So when you go to pick up your phone and it feels scary to you, just remember that if they can go and face that every single day, what do we have to be afraid of? We have something that will bless other people, and it is not going to hurt you. It can't. It can't. So keep that in mind. If you go to pick up that phone and you're like, oh no, I can't do it, I'm afraid to do it, just remember that. Just have that in the back of your mind.
Well, that's a huge perspective shift. So thank you, Michelle. Yes, nothing that we do hurts like that. Nothing we do is really that scary. All the fear is right here. It's not reality. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. And thank you for everybody that joined us tonight. Love each and every one of you. And if you're wanting to see Coach Palmer, well, tune in tomorrow morning at the Coach's Corner, 9 a.m. Central Time. It's posted all over the internet. So look on Facebook, you will definitely find it. We'll make sure it's up somewhere where you can find it sooner. But check that out in the morning with him and Coach Myra. But I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful week, and thank you for spending your Sunday evening with me tonight. And thank you so much, Ashley, Michelle, and Waunitta. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Y'all have a great night.
Great job.
Thanks,
Thank
girls.
you.
Ladies.
Good night.